Hello everyone, this is statistics and probability. So now let's move to the mean, variance, and standard deviation. So suppose three coins are tossed. Let x be the random variable representing the number of tails that occur. Find the mean. So first column, we have here the number of tails, which is x. The second column is the probability of p of x. So, and the third column is the x times p of x. So in the first column, we have here 0, 1, 2, and 3. So we get this from our past example here. We're in the iyang number of tails. And also ato ang probability of y or the p of x na daani is just the same from the last example. So x times p of x, it means that you're going to multiply the x to the p of x. So we have here 0, 0 multiplied to 1 over 8 times is equal to 0. Next is 1 multiplied to 3 over x is equal to 3 over 8. 2 times 3 over 8 is equal to 6 over 8, and 3 multiplied to 1 over 8 is equal to 3 over 8. So next, since we all find or we already solved the values of x times p of x, so the next step is you're going to find the mean na. I-solve na nato si mean, which has an equation or formula na summation is equal to, I mean mu or mean, it's just the same. So the symbol is just mu. Mean is equal to the summation of x times p of x. This one means you're going to add all the values. Summation. Okay? Add daw si x times p of x. So we have here x times p of x. So you're going to add the following. So we have here 0 plus 3 plus 6 plus 3 is equal to 12. Copy the denominator since pareha sila denominator, which is 8. So copy. So 12 divided by 8 is equal to 1.5. So 1.5 now is our mu or our mean. That is how to find the mean. Okay. Next, histogram. How to make a histogram. Histogram is just like a bar graph. Okay. You're just going to graph the following. First, we have here the number of tails. So the number of tails, dire, which is C X. Number of tails. Kaya mo yan. Si X na. Kumunay sabot. Okay, here naman is si probability of X. Okay. So, sa number of tails, we have here 0. And its probability is 1 over 8. So, as we can see here, this is our number of tail. And the probability is 1 over 8. 1 over 8, 1 divided by 8 is equal to 0.125. Okay, next is 1. Ang probability niya is 3 over 8. So, let's go here. 1. And the probability is 0.8. I mean, 3.8. Ay, wait. 3 over 8. So, the 3 over 8 is equal to 0.375. Next is C2, which is same sila kuan ni 1. So, 0.375. And C3 also is just same sa 0 na to, which is 0.125. So, muna na siya. Okay. Yan ra ka simple mag-histogram. I-shade lang gid ninyo shade pero may bal-an na to asa siya tupong, asa siya dapit ana shade. Shade. Next. Kamo na butang og kuan dani ha. Nalimot na nako butang. Butangin ninyo og p of x og number of tails or unsa ba to nga number chuchu dito sa inyong given nga sa activity given. Next, let's move to variance and standard deviation. Okay. The variance daw is a measure of variability. It is calculated by taking the average of squared deviations from the mean. So si variance, makita si variance by squaring the standard deviation. Once squared na to si standard deviation, mo na siya si variance. And variance tells you the degree of spread in your data set. The more spread daw the data, the larger the variance is in relation to the mean. Once makakita mo ang iyahang variance is dako, maka-assume na dayon ta nga ang atoang mean, ang atoang data is spread kay siya from the mean. So the mean is the center or the average. Okay? Ang average na to sa atong mga data. Spread ang iyahang mga data tapad sa iyang average. And next is the standard deviation. It is a statistic that measures the dispersion of a data set. It's just the same with the spread or dispersion parang sila relative to its mean and is calculated as the square root of the variance. Okay, to find the standard deviation, we're just going to square root the variance. Square root na nato ang variance. Makita nato ang value ni standard deviation. So if the data points are farther from the mean, so if ato anong data points, ang mga data na to is farther, lagyo sa mean, there is a higher deviation. So naatay chance ni dako kayo in standard deviation within the data set. Thus, the more spread out the data, the more nga mas katag atong data, the more nga mas dako ang atong standard deviation. Okay? Like for example, ako ang score is 90. Oh, sige. Or ano na lang, ga-exam ta. Tapos ako ga-collect sa ato ang mga scores. Tapos gi-solve na ko ang atong mean. Nakita na ko nga ang mean nato is 50. So na siya sa center. But then ang ato ang standard deviation is dako kaayo. Therefore maka-conclude ko na naay nakakuha 1, 5, 8, 6, naay naka 90, naay naka 98, ana. Pero dako gihapon kayo iyang chance nga spread kaayo ang data. Dili siya consistent nga dugol kaayo. Lagyo kay siya. Naay small, naay mubo nga scores, napoy dagko nga scores. Okay. So next, finding the variance of a probability distribution. So we have here the steps of finding the variance and the standard deviation. First is you're going to find the mean of the probability distribution. As what we've discussed last time, how to find the mean, kabalo na ta ato. Next is we're going to subtract the mean from each value of the random variable x. Natay answer nga mean na. I-subtract nato siya sa ato ang random variable x. Katong gilista na nato ba number of tails niya katong si 0, si 1, 2, and 3, and 4 kung naaman gani. Katoy minus nato siya sa ato ang mean. Next is we're going to get the square of the results obtained in step 2. So once na obtain na nato ang score sa step 2, like for example, 1 minus pila matong kuan average 1.25. So ang 1 minus 1.25 is negative 0.25. I-square na to na siya. Kaya ang result man daw is square. Therefore, mo na itong step 3. And the fourth step is we're going to multiply the result obtained in step 3 by the corresponding probability. So, katong atong score ganiha nga gi-square nato si 0.25 gi-square tapos natay answer ato then gi-multiply nato sa ato ang probability distribution katong 1 over 8, 3 over 8 katong mga ingon ato. Muna nalalayon ang ato ang step 4. And for the step 5, we're going to get the sum of the results obtained in step 4. So I-add lang nato tanang na-solve nato sa step 4 mo na to find the variance. Makita na nato si variance once na-add na nato ang ato ang step 4. Okay, makatagtag example later. So we have here the formula for the variance and standard deviation of a discrete probability distribution. So the variance of the discrete probability distribution is given by the formula sigma. This symbol is kani. Pagbasa na niya is sigma. Sigma. Maltang ay. O sigma. Sigma squared. Once kani sigma squared na siya, it means that is the variance. Kung gi-square gani si sigma, muna si variance. So sigma squared is equal to the summation. From the word summation gani unsa to? I-add sila tanan. Okay. I-add sila tanan summation of the quantity of x. X minus the square of the mu or r mean. Okay. Multiplied to the p of x, the probability of x. That is our variance, the formula of our variance. Okay, for the standard deviation of a discrete probability distribution, we have a formula which is sigma without the squared, but then is equal to, we have here the square root of the summation with the quantity of x minus the mu squared times the p of x or the probability of x. As you can see, we don't have here the square na. And the second one, we have here the square root. Why? Okay, why? Okay. Gani siya. Sa to'y istorya gani niya gani. Sa standard deviation is calculated, the standard deviation is calculated as the square root of the variance. Okay. So it is calculated as the square root of variance. So we're going to square root the variance. Okay, so variance is square root na to both sides. So therefore, makakancel ta sa iyang square. So we have here na the formula which is the sigma or the standard deviation. Standard deviation na siya kay wala na siya square. Sigma or standard deviation is equal to the square root. Since gi-square root man nato both sides and naay nabilin nga square root diri, so copy nato siya. Square root of the summation of the quantity of x minus m or mu squared times the probability of x. So this is now the formula, final formula for the standard deviation. Wherein, ang x na to is the value of the random variable and our probability of x is the probability of the random variable. Okay? Natakil na to last time sa cx p of x. Okay, let's move. We have here an example. The number of cars sold per day at a local appliance store is shown in the table. Along with corresponding probabilities, compute the mean, variance, and the standard deviation of the probability distribution shown below. So we have here the given, which is the x or the number of cars sold, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the probability of x, which are 1 over 10, 2 over 10, 3 over 10, 2 over 10, and 2 over 10. So this is the given, and we're going to use this given to solve for the variance, the mean, and the standard deviation of the probability distribution. Okay, next. Okay, we have here. Ano man eh? Hey, hey. Okay, this one. Find the mean of the probability distribution using the formula. This is our first step. Okay, na-discuss na natin last time how to find the mean. That is to add a column which has a header or naay kuan ni ngalan nga x times p of x. Wherein ma-understand nato nga i-multiply nato si x kay probability of P of x, probability of x. So I have here 0 multiplied to 1 over 10 is equal to 0. 1 multiplied to 2 over 10, 2 over 10. 2 multiplied to 3 over 10 is equal to 6 over 10. 3 multiplied to 2 over 10 is equal to 6 over 10. 4 multiplied to 2 over 10 is equal to 4 times 2, 8 divided by 10 or 8 over 10. Okay. Since we have the values na of x times p of x, the formula for finding the mean is mu is equal to the summation of x times p of x. From the word summation, again, it is to add all the values given. Okay, we have here 0, 2 over 10, 6 over 10, 6 over 10, and 8 over 10. As we can see, the denominators are just the same. So we're going to add only the numerator. So 6 plus 6, 12, plus 8, 20, plus 2 is equal to 22. So 22 divided by 10 na dayon, kay ang ato ang denominator is 10 man, same sa tanan, so atong gikopy si 10. 22 divided by 10 is equal to 2.2. So this 2.2 now is our mean or our mu. Okay? So for the second step, we have here subtract the mean from each value of the random variable. So subtract daw the mean from, so from the value. So our x now will be subtracted by mu. So si x na to atong minusan og mu. Kay from man daw. So we have here, butangan na po na to, x minus mu. So our x is 0. Oh, it is already written here. 0 minus 2.2 is equal to negative 2.2. 1 minus 2.2 is equal to negative 1.2. 2 minus 2.2 is equal to 0.2. 3 minus 2.2 is equal to 0.8. Positive na siya since dako ang ato ang 3. Dili na siya ma-negative. Okay. 4 minus 2.2 is 1.8. So, nakuha na nato ang iyang mga values which is this one. Let's go for the step number 3. So, the step number 3 here is to get the square of the results obtained in step 2. So, the results now here is this one. Dira, ang result nato sa x minus mu. It says daw na get the square. So we're going to square to the next column with the quantity of x minus mu raised to the power of 2. Raised to the power of 2 means you're going to square the one inside. Okay, inside the parentheses. So the one inside the parentheses is x minus mu. So we have here x minus mu man. So the value of x minus mu will be squared. So negative 2.2 square is 4.84. Okay. Negative 1.2 is equal to 1.44. Sir, nga nung positive naman na sila. Okay nga no. Any negative number na i-square nato or any negative number raised to the power of any even. Okay, what are those even numbers? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Basta mga even numbers and also negative ang nasa sulod, always gina siya positive ang iyang answer. Okay? Pero nag-add ang iyang exponent, na ginikuan nga negative yun siya. Dili gyud naa. Negative gyud siya kung negative ang naa sa sulod. Okay? Okay, next. Negative 1.2 raised to power of 2. 1.44. Negative 0.2 raised to power of 2. 0.04 and so on. So now, our x minus mu raised to the power of 2 is this one. 4.84 and so on. R pala. Next step. Number 4, multiply the results obtained in step 3 by the corresponding probability. So our probability here is this one, di ba? Probability of x. And this one is the results obtained in step 3. So in another column, ato na pong gigamit is this one nga formula. x minus mu raised to the power of 2 times p of x. So it says that this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth column will be multiplied to the second column, which is the p of x. Okay, directly multiplied. 4.84 times 1, 4.84. Divided by 10, 0.484. 1.44 times 2, pila? 2.88 over 10 is equal to 0.288 and so on. Multiply, multiply, multiply. So now the answers are here. Let's go for the step 5. So for the step 5, it says that we're going to get the sum of the results obtained in step 4. The results is the value of the variance. So the formula for the variance is given below. So once daw ma-sum na nato or ma-add na nato this one, mo ni atong nakuha ang answer sa step 4, the result daw is the value of the variance, which has a formula of this one. Sigma squared or variance is equal to summation. From the word summation, i-add tanang values ni kaning naa sa iyang sunod. Ang ato ang naisunod is this one, x minus mu squared times p of x. So we have here the x minus mu squared times p of x. I-add na to sila tanan. Kani plus, 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 plus. Isipon ko, sorry. So, gi-add na to sila tanan. So, we have here the answer which is 1.56. Okay? So, the variance is equal to 1.56. Okay. So, step 6. Step 6 is we're going to get the square root of the variance to get the standard deviation. So, as what I've said earlier sa formula sa standard deviation, gi-square lang nato siya, i-square nato ang iyahang variance, this one, to get the answer, to get the standard deviation. So, square cancel si 2 and square root of 1.56. So, dara, nawala si 2. So, nabilin is si sigma is equal to square root of 1.56. So, square root of 1.56 is equal to 1.25. So, our standard deviation now is 1.25. Okay? So, now na to pila to our mean. Our mean is 2.2. But then, ato ang standard deviation is 1.25. Okay? Layo ra kay siya sa mean. Okay ra siya. Dili ra kay siya disperse ang iyang data. Okay, gamay ra man siya. Okay, so that's all. So your task for this week is to answer activity 4 to be passed by Monday. So inyong book ipass ninyo sa Monday. Okay? Monday na naipass ang book tanan. Activity 4, tiwasunog answer. Monday i-pass. That's all. Bye. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to my channel. Char. Bye.